I'm Emma Arrighi. Today it is September the 13th. We are at the Art All Night in the Shaw neighborhood. And then, sir, could you state your name?
Oh, it's Howard Dent.
And then just confirming I have your permission to record and everything?
Absolutely.
Awesome. Perfect. And then can you talk a little bit about like your experience in the Shaw neighborhood? Like how long have you lived here?
I am a native Washingtonian. I am 68 years old, and I spent most of my life as up with military and being living in Virginia and Maryland for a time. I'm native Washingtonian. I've left and come back home. We were talking. I was looking at some of the signs out there, and I'll start with the '68 riots. I literally lived 10 minutes away. I literally lived right Shaw neighborhood, 6th and N. That's where I grew up on, and I went to Cardozo High School. And I remember the riots. I remember the riots because I remember looking at the thing out my door and seeing the flames going down Georgia Avenue, going down 7th Street. Like, okay, they going down. They were trying to tear it up because right across the street where I live, there used to be a Safeway there. They hit that Safeway, which they messed themselves up because when they burnt that Safeway down, literally people had to go like 2 miles away to the nearest store. So they messed themselves up doing that because it was, what they were trying to do. What else you want to know? Let's see. What else I know about these? When I made the signs saying, "Well, we miss you," and I named all the clubs I can remember in D.C. Badlands, Eagles, Tracks, Circle, Lambda Rising, the bookstore. I missed the bookstore more than anything. We really had that with Dupont Circle. What else do you want to know? Ask me some questions about.
Yeah. Do you have is there like a kind of like a specific memory like you really associate like with Shaw or like something you really kind of like think about when
Shaw? Well, see, it's hard to say just the Shaw because I've lived in D.C. and I've gone to Dupont Circle. I hit 17th Street. I know. I've been to enough. I used to work at Whitman Walker Clinic. We went to Gay Pride at least. I've maybe been every one of the last 5 years. No, wait a minute. I can't say that because I've been out of D.C. for a while. So, but I've been to a lot of the Gay Pride parades, and I remember when we used to do it in P Street Beach, and that used to be the center of everything. Dupont Circle used to be the center of everything. Trying to remember what else goes on in D.C. I remember a lot of the bars because that was what we used to do. We got together and all hang out. We get together, have drinks after work, happy hour. Circle was real nice for that. A real nice social area. I demonstrated. I used to be. I don't mind telling my profession. I'm an LPN. I used to be an LPN at Whitman Walker, so I took her on HIV clients. That was what they were my friends. They were my social. We grew up, and I saw a few of them. I walked the two of them to the hospital. I cared for a few of them when they were on their way out. So I've just kind of been around. I've been around. Lord knows I've been around this dang city. Trying to think what else. Concerning you want specifically Shaw or just DC?
I think we're talking a lot about Shaw, but whatever you'd like to share, like whatever you just like really coming to mind right now, or.
I'm trying to think Shaw Howard University. I had family members who used to live on Sherman Avenue. I've been to Banneker Field. Lord knows I've been to Howard University, and I used to work with Walker for one thing, and we used to do all kind. I did training. Part of what my job was to do as a nurse was to go out and educate people on HIV. So I went around the community service. I went around to homeless shelters. I went to. We got into. I don't want to say youth. That's wrong. Teenagers. We had teenage programs. We tried to teach them about HIV and what to do, how to protect themselves, wearing condoms. So I was kind of involved in that, and that was part of Whitman Walker's training. That's what we did. Like I said, I grew up right in the Shaw area. I went to Kennedy Playground. I banked on Georgia Avenue. I went to the Eagle Club downtown. God, I remember these things, but it's kind of funny because I really realize how long I've lived in this city. How long these were when I was 11, 12, when I was a teenager here. But I'm trying to think of things that involve, as far as Shaw goes, because Georgia Avenue Day. We spent a lot of time. I've seen all these things. Like something I've also left in the military, and sort of changed it when I came back because a lot of the clubs are gone because they just, I don't want to say they ran us out of here, but we just couldn't find us. Until Dupont Circle was our place. We had a place of our own where we could go enjoy ourselves, let our hair down a little bit, and we're Georgetown, Dupont Circle, Southeast, of course. Trying to think, New York Avenue. I'm just trying to remember some of these places where there's 8th Street Southeast. God, I do know a lot about this city. I'm trying to think what might be interesting. Any questions about?
Yeah, I'm curious. Like, how do you think, like, specifically, like, kind of like gay life in the gay scene in DC has evolved, like, since like you were younger, like since it was like. Really
yeah, because remember I came up we came up during the '70s. I was if you're pardon the pun, the disco queen. That was 68 to mid '60s to mid '70s because I went in the Army in '76, and a lot of those places I didn't know about until I left here and found out about. Matter of fact, what came to mind, Bob Damien address book. I did not find out about a lot of DCs until the Damien address book came out, and a lot of people have never seen that book. They don't realize that was the book that said it was the gay yellow pages. It told you it was the restaurants to go to, clubs to go to, hotels to stay at, parks to stay out of, and so and I found one when I went to California, and what's this? Okay, let me look up DC. Oh, I know what that is. I know where this is at. I don't know if it's still around or not. I don't even know if it still exists. But every now and then, I've asked people, you know what that is? And that was one of the things that helped us a lot because a lot of things we didn't know when we were young and you kept on a low profile. So, but now it was like a little thing where you go to this place here, the place is not there anymore. What are you talking about? This place used to be right here. Do you remember tracks? Do you remember this neighborhood? And a lot of people say, I know the neighborhood. I know what's there now. I said, you just don't know what you missed. And so that was one of the things. I missed Lambda Rising. Lambda Rising had great books in there, great art. Yes, it had the porn and stuff like that. But it had a lot of educational gay mecca stuff. All kinds of stories, background stories, photos that we have from all over from play gay events in this city, and I miss a lot of it. And that's what I keep. One of the things that I miss is the camaraderie. There's some places to go and sit down, have a drink, have a conversation, talk to some friends. How you doing? Yeah, you doing today? Good to see you. Good to see that. So that's kind of where I'm at. Anything else? I'm trying to open. I'm open. I'm openly gay. So.
Do you think, like, I know you said, like, a lot of these, like, places that used to exist when you were younger, like, they just aren't around anymore. Have there been any kind of, like, places that you found in DC, like, queer spaces to, like, replace that? Or, like, have a lot of them just kind of...
No, a lot of them have gone by the wayside, or they've changed their standards. And they've had to change because they had to change because of what DC has become. DC is a transitional city. Everybody here has, well, for me not to say everybody, most of the people here have come from somewhere else. And they've come here for job, employment, whatever the case may be. And some of them they come here for college 4 years and they roll out. Or they come in for the job, they're here for a certain amount of time and they roll out. So that's kind of what this city is. This city has been a transitional city for a long time because everybody comes here for education, political, something. Everybody eventually ends up in the nation's capital. So that's not. But a lot of things have changed. A lot of things. I ain't gonna say we've been driven underground, but it's just like we just don't have them because the places where our local club is now a condo. So the park. They kind of closing down in the park because where we used to have every weekend there would be events going on in the park. So now the Dupont Circle is one of them. P Street Beach. There's a couple of other places I'm thinking about that are, Banneker Field. A lot of places that we go to enjoy ourselves are either not there anymore or have just changed the standards where we cannot, because there was Black Pride, there was Gay Pride, and it was we all had. 17th Street is still there, but 17th Street has gotten to be more, what am I trying to say? restaurants, and they've grown with the time. They've grown with the neighborhood behind them, around them. And a lot of the same gay people who run up and down 17th Street are now owning condos down there. So it kind of go. Times are going to change, you know. But as far as the gay lifestyle in D.C., it has really gone kind of under the table. I don't want to say under the table. That's the wrong word. They've gone. I don't want to say by the wayside, but I want to say that they have. It's not as openly. It's not. We're kind of like we're not as important as we used to be. Gay dollars are here. Gay money is still here, but it's not as prevalent as before. Well, we used to have gay neighborhoods. We have marches. We have gay stores. I mean, it's kind of like we appreciate y'all money and y'all appreciate, but now it's not the same. It's definitely not the same. We're not being driven back into the closet, but in the same aspect, our gay dollars are not as prevalent. I'm gonna say that word seems to fit, prevalent, because we had the gay pride was just a few months ago. We literally have shut this city down. We have literally every hotel, every convention center has some kind of gay event going on during that week. We just celebrated International Gay Pride. We have not done something like that at that level in a very long time. But it was very welcoming. Everybody here was welcoming. From what I understand, I heard that we took up every major hotel from here to Annapolis during the international, because we had people come from all over the world, literally coming here. This is not a big city, but they came here. How many marches have we had in this city? How many demonstrations have we had in this city? So everybody eventually ends up in D.C. I hope all these things work. I hope I'm talking too much.
No, not at all. This is great. Do you still keep in contact with some of the people you were in?
Oh my God. It's kind of. I do keep in contact with some of the people from Whitman Walker. I have some of the friends I still friends with, and some of the family members, people who have died and like that have gone on. I was here for the quilt when they did the quilt. I signed a couple of. I'm trying to think when we did the AIDS quilt for the first time. We laid it out in the Washington Monument. I was there. God knows I was there. And I remember when we laid that quilt out lengthwise, from the Capitol to the Washington Monument. And I remember these times, and I'm like, dang, that was the last time that the quilt was in entirety. We saw it here, and you couldn't believe how many people showed up to see this. It was, God, I feel old. I'm having a feeling old. Like, what year was that? But that's how this city has been. This city has been, people have come here for whatever reason, and because they know this is the place to come. Lord knows we started with demonstrations in the 60s, and we're still doing marches. So we're chum. All right, what have I not covered? What have I not covered?
Well, I guess kind of to bring these two things together, we've been talking about a lot about gay history in DC. Were there any gay places in Shaw that you hung out, or was that mostly once you left the neighborhood?
No, Shaw. See, only reason why we had Shaw, but we had the closest thing was probably the Eagles, which was on New York Avenue, and then we went downstairs. The Crew Club was on 14th Street. Gay bookstore was on 14th Street. So everything was Dupont Circle and kind of branched out. Because Dupont Circle was the area at the time. Dupont Circle, 17th Street, Connecticut Avenue, that was kind of the gay mecca. So everybody ended up there on the weekends and stuff, and then we got to branch out to book stores and like that, and clubs all around the city, all around the cities and stuff. So, but I'm trying to think. But as far as Shaw goes, I don't. Like I said, above once we get past Dupont Circle, P Street Beach, P Street. But I'm trying to remember Shaw. As much as Shaw, only thing I remember Shaw was Banneker, which was right across from Howard University. And I remember we spent a lot of time there. And so when we had events, now we started to have more events downtown into the public eye. We were more into right outside the Capitol. We were outside the White House. We've been outside Dupont Circle. We had the parades were all the way from Freedom Plaza downtown. I remember Peachtree Beach, Connecticut Avenue. We now have demonstrations where we are not. We're not in the more in the limelight. We're afraid to be in the limelight. Let's even say it that way. And we was like, we got to demonstrate. We got to let the people know we're here, and our gay dollars are here too. Goodness gracious, I'm doing a documentary. I hope I give you I hope I don't get a phone call from somebody. What were you doing? What were you doing on the news? I was testifying. Okay, I was trying to help.
No, this is so important. I mean, just to conclude, do you have like a favorite memory? Do you think of like Shaw?
A favorite memory of Shaw. Except for living, I live here. I lived on N Street. Kennedy Playground was where I used to hang out at. I went to the Howard Theater. I've been to a few shows at the Howard Theater. Let me see. Of course, I went to. I stayed. I went. Was that? No, I wasn't born in. No, I wasn't born at Howard University. I went to a few graduations at Howard University. I went at Howard University. Shaw, U Street, Lincoln Theater, the Republic. This where what is the heck? That's the name. I forgot the bar now. What's the sports bar? But U Street used to be. It was normal. It was normal to hit Georgia Avenue, U Street. It was just no weekend to hit one club and have a drink here, go to the movie, the theater. Oh my God! I saw one of my first gay movies was right here at the. Was doing Gay Pride, and I saw one of my first gay movies was at the Republic, or was it the Lincoln? It was one of the movie theaters right there on H Street. Who knew? I was one of the Gay Pride, but I make sure I get the little weekly the Lambda. What was the name? The weekly. Oh, Metro, the Metro magazine. Every weekend, get that on. Every Friday, that was a tradition. Everybody go and find out what's going on for the weekend. During Pride, we'd always get the Pride book and find out what. I went to I've seen movies. I went to demonstrations. I went to lectures, and I found out all kinds of things that were here in the city that did not. This weren't in plain sight, but loved it. Found out. Okay, I mean, if I left here, when I first got in the military, I went to California. Oh my God. California, I was right outside I was in Monterey. Found out all kinds about gay life and like that. And I found out all kinds of things that I said, well, I really enjoyed it. This was my first duty station. It was great. I enjoyed California. So Washington's been good to me. I can say that I've grown in Washington and I've taken it to other places. And I've always come home. So I never said sure, but because matter of fact, I was recently in the neighborhood, and my house is still there. The house I grew up in is still there. I went, oh, okay. So, there we go.
Thank you so much for talking with us. This is an amazing interview.
I don't know about amazing, but...
Oh, it was.